Okay. So basically, what is qaza? Qaza is similar than the namaz qaza. Okay, when we missed our salah, so we make up, right? We make up after. So that is called qaza salah, right? In the same way, qaza fasting means that the if you missed your fast for any reason, then you will make up the fast. Okay, so in last class we learned that kafara is basically the if you are fasting and then due to any reason you break your fast or your fast has been broken. Okay. So when you make up that fast, that is not qaza. Okay. That is called kafara. Okay. Because you were fasting and you broke your fast for some reason. Okay. So that is called kafara. But qaza is basically when you do not fast. Okay. When you do not fast and then you make up after Ramadan, that is called qaza. Okay. Or when you missed your fasting, basically. Okay. So today the topic is qaza and missed fasting. Okay. So point number one, Nabiha Yuri.
The fasts that have been missed for some reason or the other have to be kept after Ramadan as soon as possible. One should not delay in keeping these missed fasts. It's a sin to delay in keeping these missed fasts without any reason.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Huh? Waiting room. Okay. Just give me a second. Huh? Fan is in the waiting room. So long. Yeah. Okay, Nabiha, read again.
Okay. The fasts that have been missed for some reason or the other have to be kept after Ramadan as soon as possible. One should not delay in keeping these missed fasts. It's a sin to delay in keeping these missed fasts without any reason.
Okay. So first of all, you know that when you miss the fast, you have to make up after Ramadan. Okay. As soon as possible, you have to keep all those missed fast. Okay. Reason, there are only two reasons which is mentioned in Quran. If you are sick or if you are traveling. Okay. So if you are traveling and you feel like, okay, it will be really really hard for me to fast, then you are allowed to leave the fast in that condition, and then you can make up that fast after Ramadan. Okay. And other reason is if you are sick. Okay. If you are sick and you are feeling like, sick means really really sick. Sick doesn't mean that, oh, you're coughing and you miss your fast, or you have a runny nose and you miss your fast. Sick means you have no energy to fast, or you are feeling that if I will fast it will be really hard for me to complete my fast till evening. Okay. Not the unnecessary sickness. Okay. Otherwise, people will start thinking, okay, I have a runny nose, I can miss my fast, or I am lazy, I have exam, I can miss my fast. Especially some moms train their kids, oh, you have exam, so leave your fast and you can make up after. So this is absolutely not allowed. There are some reasons, mean there are only two reasons which is mentioned in Quran: when you are sick and when you are traveling. Okay. Other than this, nobody is allowed to lead the fast in Ramadan because it's a first rosa. Okay. And first is way higher, you know, degree. So it is not allowed to leave the Ramadan roza. Okay, it's a sin if you leave the roza for any other reason. If it's exam, or you have an that sometimes some people give excuse that the roza is really really long in summer, so it is very hard for us that we cannot keep, unless a pious, not the doctor. Okay, keep this in mind. If a pious religious doctor will tell you that, okay, if you will if you will keep the rosa, it will harm you or your baby if you are pregnant. Okay. And that doctor is really, 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 really religious. He has a fear of Allah in his heart. And then he understand the situation. And if he say this, then only you are allowed to skip the fast. Otherwise, no other reason. If the day is really really long, you are feeling dehydration, if you have exam, if you have appointment, if you have any other reason, if anyone is sick in the family and you feel, oh, I'm taking care for that person, so it will be hard for me. Like I have seen one time one of my neighbors' husband was in a hospital, and that was Ramadan time. So it was really, really hard to attend the patient at the same time Ramadan, but you are not allowed in any other reason to leave your fast. You have to, okay? Even if you are feeling really, really tired or sick, then you can go to sleep. You can keep fast and you can go to sleep and pass your fasting in that way, but don't miss it. Okay, so otherwise it will be a sin. And so keep this in mind. Two reasons which is mentioned in Quran: traveling and sickness. Serious sickness. Okay. Point number two, Kamil.
Okay. When keeping the Qadha fast, it is not necessary to specify the date by saying I'm keeping a Qadha fast for so and so day. Instead, one should merely keep the fast that has been missed. However, if one has missed a few fasts of 2 Ramadans and has to keep the qada for both the years, it will be necessary to specify the year of which he is keeping the qada. That is, he should make the intention in the following way: I am keeping this qada fast for so and so year.
Okay, so basically there are two things here. Okay. One is this: when you're keeping the Qaza fast, it is not necessary to specify the date. Like you don't need to say, oh, 25th of March 2024, I missed my rosa, so I am keeping my rosa for that day. No, you don't need to. Okay, just make your niya, make your intention that I am, keeping my Qaza fast so and so day. Okay, so that will be fine. But if the second thing they are telling you, like if you missed your rosa of one Ramadan, so you will just say that I'm keeping the fast, okay? But let's suppose if you missed two Ramadan, okay, two Ramadan, like you missed some rosa. Let's suppose you missed five rosa in 2024 to 2023, and then you missed five rosa in 2024. So 2023 and 2024 are two different Ramadans. So you have to decide when you are fasting. I am fasting for 2023. And then complete those missing rosas, then make a niya. I am fasting for 2024. Or one day you are fasting for 23 and one day you are fasting for 24. That is also fine, but you have to specify the year. Okay. So it will be necessary to specify the year for which you are keeping your Qaza Roza. That is, you should make an intention in the following way. I'm keeping the Qaza Roza for this and this year. Okay. If it's a single year, then just day, tell the day like first Roza, second Roza, third Roza. If you missed five Roza, so you can say, oh, I'm keeping the first Roza, second Roza, third Roza, fourth Roza. And if there are 2 or 3 years, then mention the year. It will be good. Okay. So this is in this, and then inshallah, move on to the third one. Noor, you can read the third point.
Okay. When keeping a Qada fast, it is necessary to make the intention at night, before Subah Sadr. If the intention is made in the morning after Subah Sadr, the Qada fast will not be valid and it will be regarded as a Nafil fast. The person will have to keep the Qada fast again.
Okay, so why they are telling this to us? Okay, why they are telling this to us that it is important to make your intention at night, not in the morning. Why they are telling to us? Because if it's Ramadan, remember, in our last class, we learned that midday, 1 hour before midday is good enough to make the intention for the fasting. Let's suppose you were not feeling well and you didn't make niya, you are thinking I will leave the fast, but in the morning, before 1 hour before midday, you decide at 10 o'clock, no, 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 I don't want to miss my fast and I'm feeling okay. I can carry on with my fast till evening and I'm not going to miss it. And then you make intention and you can carry on. The only condition is you didn't eat anything from the seri time till that 10 o'clock. Okay. So the rosa will be valid because it's a Ramadan rosa. Okay. But that is why this is totally opposite. They are telling you this is not a Ramadan rosa. Basically, this is a Qaza fast. So for Qaza fast, it is very, very important to make intention at night. If at 10 o'clock you will say, oh, 5 o'clock is Maghrib, little time is left, so okay, why not? I should keep my qaza fast. So it will not be valid. Okay, if you are fasting for your qaza roza, you have to make the niyyah at night. It will not work out if you make the niyyah in the morning like the Ramadan roza. Okay. So keep this in mind. For Qaza Roza, you have to make the niyat at night. You have to make the intention at night that I'll be fasting. Like night means, Subah Sadiq means Sehri time, okay? Because Subah Sadiq is a time when Subah Sadiq means morning time. Sadiq means true morning time. Like after Subah Sadiq, Sehri time finish. You are not supposed to eat or drink, okay? That is why they are saying Subah Sadiq, okay? So Subah Sadiq means if you didn't eat anything, you know, from Sehri time, that doesn't mean that you can carry on your roza. You have to make the intention before Subah Sadiq, okay? Before Sehri time, okay? Point number 4, Afan.
Okay. The same rule applies to the kafara fast. The intention has to be made at night. If the intention is made the following morning, the kafara fast will not be valid.
Okay, so the same thing for the kafara fast. Kafara fast means when you were fasting, but you broke your fast for any reason. Either you got sick or something happened, and you ate something with intention. Yeah, so any reason, okay? But any whatever the reason, you basically broke the fast, okay? So in that condition, you are your fast after Ramadan, and they are telling upon mute your mic. And they are telling that you cannot make the intention in the morning. You have to make the intention of kafara and roza also at night. Okay. So Nabiha, point number 5.
When when keeping the qaza fast, one has a choice of either keeping them consecutively or at random. Both options are permissible.
Okay, so if someone is fasting Qaza Roza, right? Let's suppose they were traveling or they were sick, they missed all the Ramadan Roza. Okay, let's suppose they missed all the Ramadan Roza. Maybe the question can come in your mind, oh, Ramadan Roza was from 1 to 30. So I think I need to fast after Ramadan in order without missing any day, like from 1 to 30. So they are basically confirming us, no, 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 it's not like that. It's up to you. You can keep the rosa randomly or consecutively, whatever. Both are permissible. Now, it is not necessary to keep the continuous fast, okay? Like from 1 to 30. No, 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 not like that. You can fast any day, any day with your own convenience, okay? And you can make up your kaza rosa, okay? So point number 6, Kamil.
If a person has not kept the Qadha fast of Ramadan and the following Ramadan commences without him having the Qadha, he should keep the fast of the present Ramadan and keep the Qadha fast of the previous Ramadan after Eid. However, it is an evil practice to delay in this matter.
Okay. So if let's suppose 2024 Rosa was missed for some reason, and sorry, 2023 Ramadan you missed for some reason, or few Rosa you missed for some reason, and 2024 start, the Ramadan start. And now maybe the question can come in your mind, oh, maybe I have to keep the Gaza Rosa first, and then I should make up the pending rosa first, and then I should continue with my current rosa. So they are confirming us and they are telling us, no, it's not like that. First, you have to fast for the present Ramadan. Okay, if you are in 2025 Ramadan, you have to first fast 1 to 30 rosa of the 2025 Ramadan, which is present Ramadan, and then whatever rosa was left behind, either it's kafara, it's nafil, it's qaza, whatever, you will make up after Eid. Okay, because you are not supposed to fast on Eid day. Okay, so you can fast after Eid first day. Okay, if it's a Bakra Eid, then you cannot fast till 5 days. Okay, we have done this Ayam Tashriq. Okay, so Ayam Tashriq days you are not supposed to fast on and if it's Ramadan Eid, the first day you do not fast, but from second day you can start your qaza fasting. That is why many people they start fasting second Ramadan. The Shawwal Roza they start from second Ramadan and they also make niyyah of qaza roza as well as Shawwal Roza. But if you are making niyyah of Qaza and Shawwal together. So you have to make your Qaza niya first, okay? Qaza niya intention first, and then at the same time you will make intention, the second intention of your Shawwal Roza. So you will get the reward for both in one Roza, okay? But they are saying there is an evil practice to delay in this manner, okay? If it's 2024, try to try to make up all the missing fasting in the same year. Don't wait that next Ramadan come and your old rosas are pending. So this is a very important thing because you know in old time moms never told the girls that whatever rosa you are missing you have to fast, okay, before next Ramadan come, okay. So what happened? Every year they are piling up the rosas, someone 7 rosa, 6 rosa, 5 rosa, 10 rosa, whatever, and every year, and it become too much for fasting, okay. So what is recommended? Recommended is before next Ramadan, try to fast. But it's up to you. Like you fast every month, one rosa every month, one rosa every week, or whatever way. But try to finish your pending or qaza rosa before next Ramadan. Okay. So inshallah, point number 7, Noor.
In the month of Ramadan, a person became unconscious during the day. This unconsciousness continued for more than a day. Apart from the day on which he fell unconscious, he will he will have to keep qada of all the other days in which he remained unconscious. Qada of the first day on which he fell unconscious is not wajib because due to his intention of fasting, that fast has become valid. However, if the person was not fasting on that day, or if he had took some medication on that day and this medication went down his throat, qada of this first day will also be a wajib on him.
Okay, so basically they are telling us a condition. It's not a normal condition, but you should keep in mind if this happened in your family or you know in your neighbors or in your relatives, so you can advise them that what you should do. Okay, so let's suppose they are telling us in the month of Ramadan someone become unconscious, okay, during the daytime, because these are two different scenarios. If a person become unconscious in daytime and a person become unconscious at nighttime. So first we will talk about daytime, okay. A person became unconscious or faint at daytime, okay. This consciousness continued for more than a day. Let's suppose he's in coma, or let's suppose he is faint for more than 2 3 days, okay. So then what is the what is the ruling in Islam? So basically they are telling the day he become unconscious, okay, it will he don't need to fast for that day, because he was fasting, and then in fasting he was fasting, and in that condition he become unconscious. So basically he's fasting but he's unconscious, okay. So the iftari time came but he was still unconscious, so he passed the entire whole remaining day in fasting but he was unconscious. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will is so rahim, so merciful, he accept that fast from the person, okay, and he don't need to fast for that day. But let's suppose if he was unconscious for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, so whatever day ahead, like first day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give the reward of fasting because he was fasting and he couldn't wake up, like he couldn't, get back to normal before iftari time. So Allah said that I will give the reward of entire day fasting. But basically, he didn't make, because he's unconscious, he didn't make intention for the next day fasting. He didn't because it's not necessary to eat sehri for fasting, but it is important to make intention for the fasting, right? So for the second day, third day, fourth day, how long he was unconscious, he didn't make intention for all those days that he will fast. Okay, so because his intention was not there of fasting, he was unconscious, so he has to make up all those days. Okay, so they are telling, basically they are telling, he remained unconscious. Qaza of the first day on which he fell unconscious is not wajib. He will not pay back, or he will not do the qaza of that day, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will automatically give the reward of that day, because he was fasting but he became unconscious and didn't woke up till till aftari time. Okay, but due to his intention, because he has intention of that day fasting, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give reward. But if a person was not fasting, that fast has been become valid, so that day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept, and the remaining day he was unconscious, he will fast. Okay, but another scenario is, however, if the person was not fasting, okay, let's suppose they are basically telling us two conditions in which, like, a person become unconscious, but there are two condition of that unconscious. One, he was fasting and he became unconscious, and number two, he was not fasting and he became unconscious. Okay, so first we have learned he was fasting, and when he became unconscious, so Allah will automatically give him the entire day reward. Okay, because half day, let's suppose he was fasting, and half day he was unconscious, so Allah will not cancel his half day, but Allah will give the reward of the full day. But another scenario is he became unconscious, but when he became unconscious, he was not fasting. So the answer, like what, like he has to fast, he has to make qaza of that day, or no?
Yes,
Uh,
he does.
Yes, he will, because he was not fasting. However, if the person was not fasting on that day, okay, because he was not fasting, and if he became unconscious, or if he took some medication on that day and his medication went down to his throat, qaza of the first day is also wajib on him. Okay, basically he has to fast, because he was not fasting, he has no intention of fasting, he was not fasting that day when he became unconscious. It was Ramadan, but basically he was not fasting, not fasting for any reason. Maybe he was really really sick and he feel like, I cannot fast, whatever the reason, but basically, he was not fasting. So if he is not fasting and he became unconscious, so he has to fast for the first day. And how long he was unconscious, second day, third day, fourth day, he has to fast all the days. Okay, clear? Is this point clear?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So point number 8. Okay, so listen carefully, because if I'll ask you to answer me quickly so I can feel like, oh, you guys are listening. Okay, so point number 8. Whose turn?
my turn.
Okay.
Or if he took some medication on that day and this
From
medication.
here. If the person,
Oh, if the person fell unconscious at night, it is not wajib on him to make qada of the fast of the following day as well. However, he will have to make qada of the remainder of the days in which he remained unconscious. But if he did not make the intention of fasting on that night for the following day, or if he took some medication the following morning, then he will also have to make qada of the first day.
so almost the same thing, like he became unconscious at night, okay? And he has intention that I'm gonna fast tomorrow, right? Like it's a seri time, and let's suppose he make intention, I will fast, and then then he become unconscious. Okay, so it is not wajib on him to make the qaza of that fast because of that intention. That is why intention is Islam is very, very, very important thing. Okay, so because his intention was to make fast, so that is why it is not wajib on him to make the qaza of that fast of the following day as well. Okay, so the next day, because he already made the niyyah or that I will fast the following day, the next day, so he will not, it is not wajib on him to make the qaza. However, the same condition, if he will have to make qaza of the remainder days in which he remain unconscious. Okay, the same thing. First day he will not fast. Allah will automatically give him reward because he has intention of fasting. But second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever day he was unconscious, then he will calculate all those days and he will fast. Okay, but if he has no intention of fasting on night for the following day, okay, like when he was when the night came and everybody is making eating the sehri, but he is not making intention for the next day rosa, then he will include the first day as a qaza, okay, because he has no intention. So basically, don't keep the scenario in the mind, keep the intention thingy in your mind. That intention is very, very important. If you have intention that first rosa, you will automatically get the reward. Either you are making the intention at night or day. And if you have no intention of fasting, then you have to make the qaza for second, third, whatever days. Okay, so you have to fast from the very first day because you have no intention of fasting, so that Allah will not automatically give you the reward. Okay, so point number 9. Yes, Nabiha.
Okay. If a person remains unconscious for the entire month of Ramadan, even absolved from keeping all these, even then he should make qaza of these fasts. He should not think that he is absolved from keeping all these fasts. However, if he becomes a lunatic and this lunacy remained for the entire month, he does not have to keep qaza for any of the days of this Ramadan. If his lunacy disappears on any day in the month of Ramadan and he comes back to his senses, he should commence fasting and keep qaza for of the days in which he experienced this lunacy.
Okay, so basically, again, these are two different scenarios. Okay, one is a person became unconscious the entire whole month of Ramadan. Okay, so if a person was unconscious and then after Ramadan or when the Ramadan passed, let's suppose a person is in coma condition, okay? He's unconscious, he's hospitalized, whatever. He missed all the Ramadan roza. So when whenever he will be okay, he will count all those fasting which he missed, and then he will make up, okay? All those fast which he missed, okay? But in other condition, if a person is lunatic means he has mental illness, okay? He is not in senses, okay? He is mentally sick, he's abnormal, he is, he is not a normal person according to the, brain. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't give them any kind of ruling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say he does not have to keep qaza of any of the day of Ramadan because he was a normal person. Let's suppose he got an accident, he fell down, he lost his memory, or he become insane, or he has some kind of mental illness that he's not recognizing himself, he's not recognizing anyone, he is not behaving normal, he has the behavior issues because of his mental illness. So all these conditions are, that mean he forget who is Allah, he forget the Prophet Sallallahu, he forget that this is Ramadan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't want to put more pressure on him, that a person, if someone is mentally sick in your house and you said, oh, I will not give you food from the seri time till aftari time because this is Ramadan, you are not sick, you are not traveling, so you have to fast. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this is exceptional case, and keep this in mind. If a person has lunacy or lunatic person, or the person was normal, but during the time of Ramadan he was not normal, okay? So if he missed all the Ramadan roza, So you will not, he will not fast any single day of Ramadan. But a third condition, if the lunacy disappear, okay? One minute. Yeah. So, so this is the third condition, okay? If the mental sickness disappear, let's suppose a person got an accident and he lost his memory or he became mentally ill, okay, and doctor said this will continue for 2 weeks and then he will be okay, and that was the month of Ramadan, and let's suppose the person become okay after 15 days or 16 days. So the day he become okay, okay, the day when he come back to his senses, from that day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him, because now he recognized it's Ramadan, right? So he will fast, he has to fast from that day. In his when the time his lunacy disappear, on any day in the Ramadan, he comes back to his senses. So he should commence fasting and keep qada of the days in which he experienced this lunacy. If he completely missed the Ramadan, okay, completely missed the Ramadan, then he don't need to fast, okay, then he don't need to make qaza. But if the lunacy come back during Ramadan, even though it's 28th of Ramadan or 29th of Ramadan, and he become normal, all the mental sickness go away or he become okay, then he has to not only fast the remaining days of Ramadan, but he has to fast whatever he has missed before. Like he will fast the 29th Ramadan or 30th Ramadan, and then whatever 28 days he missed, he will fast for all those days, okay, because now he is not a lunatic person. So is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any question in this?
No.
No?
No.
Kamil? Afan?
No.
No? Kamil?
Sorry, what was the question again? My mom was calling me.
Okay, I am asking, do you have any question in this topic or no?
Oh,
Everything is
no.
clear.
No, everything's clear.
Okay. The Nazar and Voud fast. Okay, Nazar fast. Okay. Nazar fast is, as I said, sometimes you say, oh, if Allah, I will pass my exam, I will keep two fast. Oh Allah, if I will buy this, and it will, if you will make it possible for me to buy this, or if my this work will be done, I will fast. Sometimes some months, like I have seen uh my mother-in-law, like, no, not the mother-in-law, like I have seen some other people, like sometimes some people say, oh, if this if the child, let the child is outside for longer time at night and they are worried, so they say, oh, I will read five nafil namaz if they will come back safe. And sometimes they say, oh, I will fast if they will come back home. So these are called nazar, okay? Nazar roza, nazar fast, okay? When you make your intention that my, if Allah, my this work will be done, I will fast, okay? That is called nazar roza. Basically, that is not qaza roza, that is not kafara roza, but that is basically nazar roza, okay? Or in English, we say vow. Point number one, okay. Kamil, it's your turn, I think.
Okay. Number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If a person vows to keep a fast, it becomes wajib upon him to fulfill it. If he does not so, it will be a sin. So he's sinning.
Okay, so this roza is also count as a wajib. Once you make a niya that if my this work will be done, I will keep the roza. Okay, so you should be very careful making this kind of nazar namaz or nazar roza, nazar sadqa. Sometimes people say, if Allah, my this work will be done, I will give little sadqa. So you have to keep remember, oh, I said I will give $5 sadqa or $10 sadqa, okay? Or I will keep fast, or I will read salah, whatever you can, way to make Allah happy. You wish for all those things. But once you make intention of that roza, it become wajib on you. If you will forget after the work has been done, so it will be a sin. You cannot forget, okay? Once you commit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about your nazar roza, then you will fulfill it. Okay. So point number 2, Noor.
Nazar is of two types. One is that the person takes a vow by specifying the date by saying, "O Allah, if a particular task of mine is fulfilled today, I will keep a fast for your pleasure tomorrow." Alternatively, he says, "O Allah, if a certain wish of mine is fulfilled, I will keep a fast on the coming Friday." When taking such a vow, it is permissible to make the intention at night or the following day until an hour before midday. In both cases, the vow will be completed.
Okay, so there are nazar is of two types. One is that a person say, I will fast specifically if my this work will be done, I will fast tomorrow. This is one kind. Or maybe a person is saying not tomorrow, but he decides someday I will fast on Friday. So both things are okay. It is permissible for such a vow that you make an intention at night. Okay, it is permissible to make the intention at night or the following day until an hour before the midday. Why they are explaining this to us? Because keep this in mind that Nazar Rosa is basically Nafil Rosa. Okay. Remember, for the first Rosa, you can make the intention 1 hour before midday because it's Ramadan, it's first. Okay, so Allah make it easy. Let till 1 hour before midday, you can make your intention for the fasting because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't want us to miss our fast. That is why Allah make it easy for us. In the same way, because we are making a nazar roza, nazar fasting to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So again, Allah is making easy for us that you can make the intention 1 hour before midday. Okay, you can make the intention at night, it's up to you, or you can make the intention 1 hour before midday. Why? Because basically you are keeping that fast to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy. So Allah is also making you happy by giving extra time for your intention. Okay, keep in the mind this way. And for the Qaza Roza, you are not making Allah happy by making your Qaza Roza. Basically, this is a loan which you are paying back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you have to decide the time ahead. Like you have to decide before Subah Sadiq. So all these three condition is clear in your mind about the Nazar Roza when you will make your intention. Because it was very confusing for me as well. Like when I was fasting and I wasn't know what are the time limits for making the intention. So sometimes it was very confusing for me to make it very clear because this happened, in your life. Like sometime it's a midday, and 1 hour before midday, you are deciding either to continue my fast or no. So it should be very, very clear in your mind that for the Qaza Roza or the Kafara Roza, you cannot do that. Okay, you have to make the intention at night because you are not keeping that roza to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is basically a loan. Qaza is a loan. Kafara is a loan which you are paying back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no extra, uh, you know, uh, like Allah is not making anything extra easy for you. Okay, you are paying back a loan. For Ramadan Roza is first. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala making extra easy because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't want that anyone miss their roza because sometimes you are sick, you are feeling you are suffering something and you said I'll see in the morning that I'm feeling okay to keep the roza. So Allah is giving you extra time to make your intention. And in the same way, Nazar Roza is basically Nafil Roza. So Allah, and you are making this Roza to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it again because the work has been done. Allah, helped you for something, and you are saying thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in that condition also, Allah make it easy for you to Allah is giving you extra time to make your intention. Okay, so all these three conditions is clear to you. Nazar Roza intention, when you make Nazar Roza intention, when you make Qaza Roza intention, Qaza and Kafara Roza intention, and when you can make the Ramadan Roza intention. Clear? All
Yep.
three things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So I have seen few people in my life, like they had fever, and in the morning around 10 or 10:30 they decide, oh, because I am not in mood to eat my breakfast and I have to spend all day on bed, so why not I should fast the nafil roza, and then they make the niyyah in the morning before midday time, and they continue with their roza because they are on bed, they are not eating, they are not feeling to eat anything, so they said, why should I waste the time if I'm not eating anything. At least I should fast. So I have seen, and that was very impressive for me. Like they are suffering fever or they are suffering any kind of disease, and they are saying, "Oh, in the morning we decide to fast, and then we continue the fast." So Allah is so merciful. How easy Allah has made for all of us to make the intention, but you have to be very careful that what intention uh, uh, time limits, okay? So you should not miss all those time limits for the qaza roza or for the Ramadan or nazar roza, okay? So inshallah, point number 3. Yes, Afan, your turn.
A person had taken a vow to fast on Friday. When Friday came, he merely made the following intention: Today I am fasting, without specifying that this is a Nazar fast. Ultimately, he made the intention of keeping a Nafil fast. Even then, the Nazar fast will be fulfilled.
One minute,
However,
1 minute, 1 minute. So this is basically one scenario, okay? So basically, this is one scenario, okay, that a person had taken a vow to fast on Friday. When Friday came, he made an intention, today I am fasting, without specifying that this is Nazar fasting or what is the reason behind this fasting. So he didn't. He just said I'm fasting. So might be when half day passed or midday, 1 hour before midday pass, and they the doubt can come in the heart that, oh, I didn't say that this is my nazar fast, so if my roza will be valid or no. So they are giving answer that this is a nazar roza, nafil roza, so it will be valid, don't worry about that, okay? So this is one condition, okay, Afan. The next one,
however, wait.
if a person keeps the qada.
However, if a person keeps a Qadha fast on this Friday and forgets to keep the Nazar fast, or he remembers but intentionally keeps a Qadha fast, then in such a case, Nazar fast will not be fulfilled. Instead, the Qadha fast will be considered and he will have to repeat the Nazar fast.
It's the same thing as we learned in Ramadan Roza. Let's suppose if someone make a niyyah that I will fast my Nazar Roza or Qaza Roza or Kafara Roza in Ramadan, okay? And he fast. So basically, he will get the reward of Ramadan Roza because it's a Ramadan time, and he will not get any his Nazar Roza, Kafara Roza, or Qaza Roza is not valid at that moment because it's Ramadan. He has to keep the fast for the Qaza Roza, Kafara Roza, or the Nazar Roza after Ramadan. So in a same way, they are telling over here about the intention of, let's suppose a person say, if a person keep a qaza fast on Friday, okay, and forget to keep the nazar fast, or he remember but intentionally keeps a qaza fast, then in such a case the nazar fast will not be fulfilled. Okay. Instead, the Qaza fast will be considered and he will have to repeat the Nazar fast. Why Qaza? Why? Like he has intention of Nafil Roza, but he didn't make intention. He didn't make the intention in the heart or from the mouth. And he were fasting at the same time for his Qaza Roza. So Qaza Roza is basically Ramadan Roza, right? And Nafil Roza is basically not the Ramadan Roza. Okay. The the Nazar Roza is basically not the Ramadan Roza. Okay, so that the which is more stronger? Qaza Roza is stronger, or the Nazar or Nafil Roza or Nazar Roza is stronger? Which one is stronger? Tell me, which one is stronger? Qaza Roza is stronger, or the Nazar Roza is stronger?
Qaza Roza?
Qaza Roza is stronger because Qaza Roza is for Ramadan, right? You are
Yeah.
fulfilling the basically the Ramadan, whatever roza you missed in Ramadan. So Qaza Roza is basically what is the background of Qaza Roza? It's for Ramadan. And what is the background of the Nazar Roza or Nafil Roza? Is it the Nazar or Nazar Roza is for Ramadan?
No, it's like not
No.
watch. It's not first.
Yeah, it's not first, right? So which one is stronger? Qaza Roza is stronger, right? Qaza Roza refers Ramadan Roza, right? So that is why when you will fast the Qaza Roza and you forget to make the Niya of the Nazar Roza at the same time, so your Qaza Roza will be valid and you have to make your Nazar Roza or Nafil Roza after that. You cannot merge together, okay? If you are fasting on Friday, you have to say, I am fasting for the Qaza Roza first on number 1. This is my Qaza Roza, and number 2, at the same time, I'm fasting my Nazar Roza. You have to make 2 intention at the same time, but your Qaza Roza intention will be first. But they are basically telling you that you are fasting in Ramadan. You are, oh, sorry, not Ramadan. You are fasting on Friday. You make the intention of the Qaza Roza, but you forget to make the intention of the Nazar Roza. On like Roza is one, okay? You are fasting one time, but they are basically telling you in one time fasting, you can make 2 intentions together, but you have to make the intention at the same time, okay? Your Qaza Roza intention, add the Nazar Roza intention, okay? But if you forget to make the intention, but you have in your mind, I'm fasting Qaza Roza, and you forget to make the intention of the Nazar Roza. So what will be valid? The stronger one will be valid, okay? And what is the stronger one? Qaza Roza is the stronger one because be reason behind is the Ramadan, okay? Basically, you are fasting for Ramadan. So this will be valid, and then you will repeat your Roza again for another fast. Like in one Roza, you can fulfill 2 intentions, but because you forget to fulfill the second intention, so it will not be fulfilled once you start your Roza. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. All of you? So how many
Yeah.
are left? Otherwise, we can continue this the next time. Okay, so one more point, inshallah, and then we can finish this page and then we can continue the next page tomorrow. Oh, this is the last point. The nafil or optional roza. Okay, so inshallah, we will continue the next topic next time, and this is the last point for the nazar roza. Okay, so whose turn to read it?
I think it's mine.
Okay.
Okay. The second type of nazar is that the person does not specify the day and date. He merely says, "Oh Allah, if a particular task of mine is fulfilled, I will keep a fast." Alternatively, he did not mention the task, but merely said that he will keep 5 fasts. For such a nazar, it is a prerequisite to make the intention at night. If the intention is made in the morning, the nazar will not be fulfilled, and this fast will be regarded as a nafil fast.
Okay, because this is nazar roza. Okay, so they are saying that the second type of nazar is that a person do not specify the day and the date, okay, when he is gonna fast, okay. He just say like the you have learned 2 conditions. First, you learn here that a person is saying, I will fast tomorrow, I will fast on Friday, right? This is one type of condition. And second type of condition of nazar roza is that he didn't tell anything, any day, any time. He only say, oh Allah, if a particular task of mine will be fulfilled, I will keep a fast, okay, or I will keep 5 fasts, okay? He did not mention the task, but merely said that he will keep 5 fasts, okay? He didn't mention the task, he didn't mention the day, he didn't mention the date, he didn't mention anything. But he just said, I will fast for 5 days, I will fast if this work will be done. Okay, this kind of this kind of intention he made. So this is second type, and they are saying this is also a nazar roza because it's against something. Like if my this work will be done, then I'm gonna fast for 5 days or what. So it is a prerequisite. So to make the intention at night, so you have to make the intention at night for this. If the intention is made in the morning, the nazar will not be fulfilled, and this fast will be regarded as nafil fast. Okay, so it will not count as a, because if you will make the intention in the morning, so you know that morning intention is allowed in nafil fast. Okay, for the nazar roza, you have to make the intention at night when in condition, in which condition, when you didn't specify anything, any day, any time. So let's suppose in easy way, in easy words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't know what day you are gonna fast, what time you are gonna fast. Okay, so in that condition, you have to make your intention at night. Okay, because you didn't mention that when you are gonna fast. Okay, you just said I will fast. Okay, so these are the two different scenarios. Just keep in mind that when you mention that I'm gonna fast this day, okay, and when you do not mention I'm gonna fast this day. So these are the few things. It was always very confusing to me when I was at your age, and especially the time limit for making the intention of the rosa. Sometime you are sick and you are thinking how either I can make rosa or not, and in my bef- by the time I read this book, I was it was in my mind that you have to make the intention of Ramadan Roza only at night. If the Subah Sadiq time pass, then you cannot make your intention and then Roza go away. So basically, we should keep Roza safe, okay? That's why Allah has given us extra time till morning to make the intention, okay? So it is, and there are, what is the scenario, how we can make the intention in the morning? Let's suppose if you are if you are sick, or if you are in your days, so when you had your shower, so you can carry on with your rosa. So these are the few more things, inshallah we will read ahead in detail. So these are the basic. So inshallah try to keep all the things in the mind, so it will be very 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 clear to you, because I have noticed when I was teaching the ladies, I told this earlier, like they were sending message in the morning, can I fast, can I not fast, I didn't make the intention, and fajr prayer starts. So if everything will be very very clear in your mind, it will be easy for you, for your family, for your wife, for your kids, for your husband, for your people who are attached to you. So inshallah, but always keep this in mind. Like if you have learned, always it's a dust whatever you have learned. Okay, once we close the book and we don't open for a longer time, sometimes it's dusty, like your brain is not, the things do not stay in the brain as it is. So always open the book and revise. Do not answer anyone unless you open and revise. Okay, because otherwise you will be questioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the day of qiyamah that you answered someone wrong, and because of you, he made that mess, his rosa messed up or whatever. So always open the book and revise the problem and the solution, and then answer. Okay, if it's really really important, and if it's a similar kind, my teacher always said, do not answer. Don't try to show, yeah, I know each and everything. If it's exact kind of question which you have learned, then answer. Otherwise, sometimes the scenario and the conditions are different, and you try to apply, oh, if this happens, so we can apply the same condition in this as well. So we cannot do that. We are not alim, we are not scholars, okay? So if you have really, really learned the same condition, same problem in the book, so you can answer them. But if it's slightly different, do not answer them. Just tell them, okay, you can consult with some, big alim to get your answer. Don't feel shame to say I don't know about it. Okay. It is not necessary that you answer each and every question all the time. It is very, very important not to answer all the time. If you don't know, it's not the similar condition, don't try to answer them. Once it happened that someone asked me something and I said, oh, it's a similar kind of answer. So I called my teacher by, she teached us that. But when I called her and she didn't answer, and I was surprised, why you are not giving answer? You know it. And she said, these are very, 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 careful things. And we should not always ready to answer every single question. It's way better to say I don't know about it, or you can ask someone else rather than giving answers. But it doesn't mean that keep yourself illiterate or that I don't know anything because I cannot answer. At least whatever is written should be in your mind, and you should be very careful for deciding the things for yourself. But for answering others, inshallah, uh, don't answer right away, even though if you know. My teacher always tell us the the tree which has fruits is always down, it's always fell toward the earth, like its branches are always toward the earth because of the weight of that fruit. Okay, so the more, if you have more knowledge, you should be more down to earth rather than you should be blunt. Oh, I know this and I know the answers, and you will start arguing with other persons. No, no. The more you have knowledge, the more you should feel quiet to give the answers to other. Okay, don't ever try to show others that I know this and I don't know that. This is not a sign of a person who is closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or who is down to earth. Okay, so if you want to be among those who don't feel proud on their knowledge, and you want to be beloved, like you want that Allah loves you, then you know quiet, stay quiet is better than giving answers and to involve yourself in different kind of arguments, inshallah. Okay, so this book doesn't mean that you start argument with other people, because this is fiqh. Okay, and every there sometimes some problems are controversial. Okay, so this is for you, and this is for your to make yourself very clear this if something happened, so you can decide right away what is the right and what is the wrong. But inshallah, do not involve yourself in any kind of argument with anyone, inshallah. Okay, so inshallah we will keep it till here, and we will start the next topic in our next class, that is the nafil or optional fast. And then there are so many topics, like when you are allowed to break your fast, when you are not allowed to break your fast. Okay, at which break or do not break the fast, when you are allowed to break your fast. So inshallah, in next class we will cover that, because these should be very, very clear in your mind. Okay, yeah, Seri and Aftari and these kind of things, inshallah. So we will continue in our next class for these topics. Okay, so so we have done till here, right? So inshallah, remember that we have to start from page number 131. Okay, the nafil or optional fast. So inshallah, we can read the dua and then you guys can leave. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi.
I will be.
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanakallah.